Pump the party. Yo, you know we going down in the studio, that 9-5 radio party.
Wow, this Terrance Gangsta Radio, aka OG Gator, aka Mr. Answer Right Back, aka the People Champ. Terrance Civilian Williams. Look, I got the legend. Mista Meana from Partners in Crime.
Yes, sir. What's good?
Look at the book you got, y'all. Look at the book. Go to the book. So, bro, let's go back a little bit. Let's go back.
All right.
Partners in Crime. I want to know, how did the beef start with you and UNLV, with the group?
Well, the beef started with us in UNLV because actually they dissed us first.
Yeah?
Yeah, man. They had a song called Everybody's Jocking UNLV Style. They wound up performing it. Well, actually, Baby asked us to come open up for them for a release party. We did that. We did our song called Ride It, Roll It. And after we did our song, they get on stage and they was like, everybody's jocking you on LV style wise, everybody's jocking you. You're bragging to your boy about the trues and vows. They just went to going in. So I'm looking like, damn, all right. So me and Kango leave. You know what I'm saying? We go home. 4 o'clock in the morning, I call Kango back and say, look, bro, we're going to change the definition of their name. The U is for unknown, N is for nothing, L is for low life, V is for virgins, fucking virgins. And then we said we're going to go back next week and we're going to do it. So when we did our little side of it, then that let the people in the streets kind of see like, oh, they must have some type of problem of beef. But a lot of people thought that we was the ones that initiated the beef because we actually said their name. They didn't say our name, you know.
But the ultimate disrespect, bro, when y'all went on the set.
Oh, when we pissed on 6 and Barone?
That was the ultimate disrespect.
Yeah, bro, because we had to make a statement be known. Like, you know what I'm saying? We was like, if we dissing somebody, like, you know what I'm saying, what's the, you know, and that was our first album cover. Our first cover that we actually took. So, like I said, we was working with Chuck. That was the CEO of the label. And he was like, you know, had us taking pictures with some guns. We like, that ain't gonna really work. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, I go piss on this set. He was like, man, y'all ain't built like that. He was like, come on. Jumped in a car with Sporty, came on the other side, pissed on the set. And that was our first cover. Our first cover ever was us pissing on 6 and Barone.
Wow, that was, that right there, that just took, I was like, what the word? What? And y'all actually, it wasn't no Photoshop. Y'all actually went on the set.
Yeah, we went out there and actually, you know, pissed. Like, and like I said to a lot of people that, you know, me think, you know, yeah, we was just, you know, had things in our mind like something could happen, but we had enough heart to do it. You know what I'm saying? Not that we wasn't concerned that, or if they're out there, then what might happen. We thought about all that. But in the mix of it, you know, some of those things that come in people's mind and make them don't do it. We still went forward with it and did it. You know what I'm saying? They actually had some guys out there asking us, do we want to spray paint our name on the wall?
Oh, wow.
You know, so we was like, nah, dog, we just want to take, it was younger dudes though, but we was like, we just want to take this picture and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Okay,
now y'all known for the legendary song. Whenever this song come on the club in New Orleans, I'm talking about where there's y'all ops, that's the new word, ops, enemies, whatever it is,
right?
Everybody banging this song, man.
Pump the party.
It's going crazy, that Pump the Party.
Yeah, it's a classic, bro.
Man.
That's a classic. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, that was like one of them songs that, you know, some people wouldn't even understand how that song got created. Actually, we was in the studio, we was going to a studio session, and we had a label mate by the name of G Slim. So when we come to the studio, he was already in there working, doing what he was doing when he came out. He was like, man, y'all. So he had to cut his time because it was our time. So in the mix of him cutting his time, he was like, man, what y'all about to, you about to, you know, get studio time to them? You about to pump the party? Like, you know, and it was almost like he was just trying to, like, kind of shut us down for a minute. And we was like, oh yeah, that's what we about to do. Went straight in there. KangoSlim came up and just.
So hold on, y'all didn't even practice this, y'all didn't plan this song, y'all just went in.
We just went in there messing off of him trying to mess with us. We went in there, we really was trying to drive G Slim and wound up making a hit song off of, you know what I'm saying? As you can see, some of our adversities that came our way became things that put us on a certain level. Like even with the UNLV's thing, the G Slim thing, we just made, everything that came our way negative, we made a positive out of it.
It's a lot I want to cover, but I want to say this first. So I want y'all to know we also got KangoSlim in the house, y'all. If you plan to let the people see you, bro, let the people see you. Come on, let the people see what you are, man. Let the people know.
It's your boy, the other half of Partners in Crime, KangoSlim. We in the building. You heard me with the homie Giggity. This how it goes down, real New Orleans, baby. Let's get it. Y'all finish y'all interview, baby.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how we doing it, y'all. I had to let y'all see him because. See, a lot of people don't know this. I grew up with him. See, I grew up in Gertown. And here, this is the thing about that. Y'all know I rep that know you like a Russian rep his flag. But I always let people know from the start I'm from Gertown. 17 Wall. I always let people know that.
Right.
I never try to hide.
You see what's funny with you see what's funny with me?
Yeah.
What's funny with me and you is that you kind of you known for being a nigga to know you. The soldiers, to know you, like that whole little thing. But I lived in the Belmont Court, 2705 Belmont Apartment D. But I claim Holly Grove. You know what I'm saying? It was because Holly Grove took me in a certain kind of way, kind of gave me game, and that's what I claim. You're my claim to fame too. You know what I'm saying?
Holly Grove is in the house.
Yeah.
Bro, that song, man. Now, I want to know, like, what? Okay, let's talk about this. Because y'all know when y'all was going through it with Cash Money for the Riverboat Hallelujah, when I used to be in there in the concert.
Oh yeah, you was on the front row. Listen, I can recall this, bro. I'm gonna talk about the Riverboat, but it's something else that I want to bring up to you too. When I first met you, when a person first told me who Gangsta was, I'm gonna tell you where we was at in the whole night. But in the Riverboat Hallelujah, I already knew who you was, and I remember seeing you in the front. I remember what you had on. You had on some black jabos. You had the camouflage, like green camouflage around the pockets and all that stuff. Like somebody made it for you. It was on your shirt the whole night. Like and you was in the front of that bitch like this, and I'm looking like. Damn, this nigga run with Cash Money, but he rocking with, you know what I'm saying? With Partners in Crime, I didn't understand that, but it was all love. You know
I've always liked music, because my thing always been, we can have a problem here, but if your music good, I'm gonna rock with the music.
Right.
This is like when I had the problem with the Calio. No Limit had that in the 9 and 9. I'm riding with the 9 and 9 looking for my enemies.
Right.
Off they people's songs, so I've always liked music. And y'all had some hits in that city, bro.
Right, yeah.
Thank you, Miss Lily. Ooh, give me some hair on, baby.
Ooh, that was terrible. Ooh, that was some terrible stuff.
Yeah, that's where we was at. That was our environment. That's what was going on around us. Like,
hold up, but y'all and let the good time roll.
Let them roll, let them roll.
Man, listen, you know what I'm surprised, bro? Let me tell y'all what I just learned today from Mista Meana. That they don't have a video for Pump the Party.
Never
had one.
How they don't have a video? How you guys don't have a video for Pump the Party, bro?
Because at the time, Chuck didn't want his label to be known for, the type of music we was making. He was trying to base his label off of being like a death row at the time. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, he was investing a lot of his money into videos for the Black Menaces, the G Slims, the Mysticals. You know what I'm saying? People like that, Ghetto Twins. When it came to Partners in Crime, it was on our own. He was supportive to us, but he mainly like let us do everything on our own. And videos, the older guys that was around was telling us like, listen, dog, y'all fussing about what we getting, but that's got to be recouped. Y'all are making all this money, like, you know what I'm saying, by putting this music out there. Dude ain't even got to do that much for y'all. So at the end of the day, once we learned that side of the business, we wasn't really worrying about videos because we knew if he paid for us for a video, he was gonna have to take that money back when it came down the road at the time. So we wasn't really worrying about it. We was more into making the money and doing the shows and the things that we was doing. You know what I'm saying? And that's the kind of way it went until we left Big Boy. Okay. So that's why you never saw a video on it,
Bro, now you got something in this book. I told a story.
On Vlad.
Right? On Vlad. And I mentioned about when I pulled up on you.
Yeah.
But I changed the name.
Yeah. And I was like a little surprised when I saw that. So I heard you when you said, Vlad, you said, yeah, man, I pull up on Meana, you know what I'm saying? And I had to let him know about, you know what I'm saying, the little interactions they had with BG. And I'm looking like, that's not how that went. You know what I'm saying? I said, nah, so, I want to set the record straight on what happened. Right. You did pull up. You pull up at the crib, though. And you kind of just told us, like, at this time, we had just left Big Boy Records, and they had, like, this thing going around.
White Lexus?
Yeah. So he pull up, and he was telling us like, look, bro, you know, back off, you know, Beatrice. You know what I'm saying?
Tell them who Beatrice is.
Beatrice is Baby Birdman. You know what I'm saying? B32, whatever, you know, people might want to call him. You know what I'm saying? Bubba. You know what I'm saying? He got a lot of names, like, you know what I'm saying? But at the time, they was calling him Beatrice. And he was like, man, y'all got, you know, back off it, bro. You know, dude kind of feeling some kind of way, and certain, you know, any feelings about the shit y'all doing and where y'all got, you know, what y'all got going on. And I looked at it as a forewarning to us, you know what I'm saying? Because we had lost our defense mechanism, like, you know, our big backing, which was the you know, big boy Chuck. You know, we was on our own. We were strictly us and our partners that was out there, you know what I'm saying? You know, and like Pac said, when you ain't got enough money to go to war, it's best that you just try to avoid going to war.
Smart about it.
Yeah, you know, so, and I always respect you for that, bro, because you know, what you forewarning me about, it was just more like a heads up. You do whatever you want. You didn't tell me what not to do. You just was telling me like, look, bro, this is what I'm suggesting because shit in the air.
You gotta be respectful, right? But see, this a lot of people don't understand it. Before it was a hot beetle, it was always Gangsta. I've always protected Birdman. I've always had his, yo, listen, man, this chill out. You know, let me tell the world something that was in my documentary that I wasn't, that I got in my documentary, but you know, there's a lot of stuff that's going on that Meana, that the party's gonna know I don't know about.
Right.
When Cash Money, when y'all first came out dissing them, we had a meeting, and I was like, bro, they gonna be a problem, man. They too lyrical, bro, and they're not a one-hit wonder. So Slim just sitting down being quiet, ain't really tripping, right? But Birdman was like, man, listen, I ain't in the game no more. Listen, man, and this the livelihood, bro, they ain't about to mess this up. So I was like, listen, I said, bro, this is the way we can get all of them. Y'all really want to get rid of Party and Crime, Big Boys, Mr. Cole, y'all want to get rid of them? I said, all we got to do is throw a concert, and you know that you ain't know how it's dark back there. We can kill all of them. And Slim was like, no, I believe in our rappers. If they saying they could hold their own, they could do what they do, I believe in them, man. We ain't doing that. And they left it on wax, bro. A lot of people never knew about that, bro.
Right, I never knew about that. When we was talking about that earlier and you kind of brought that up, I was like, damn, you never know what people be thinking, especially for to be the one that pull up on me and say, look, won't y'all just, you know what I'm saying, let that go, you know what I'm saying?
It would have been a good way.
It
would have been a good way.
Because, you know, a person thinking, I'm going to
show,
you know, and that's what I be showing. That's why I be trying to show a lot of people that a lot of these rappers be out here pump figure. They don't really know what they getting themselves into, because if a person really wants you, bro, throw a concert.
Right.
Book them. Get under somebody else's name. I don't want to put that in nobody's head. But anyway, that was my old ways out.
Right.
But I'm just happy to be able to sit in the same room with y'all and talk about, bro, look how old we are now. We was young back then, teenagers, and look how God bless us to be here today.
Right, real talk. Right,
we able to sit down and talk about some old stuff. But the crazy part is, bro, that pump the part, that stuff still be in my head, bro.
Right.
Y'all got to do
a video,
man.
Yeah, I told Kango, you know, next year will be 30 years because that came out in '94. So 2024 make 30 years for that particular song or that project. Yeah, not 30 years for Party to Crime, but 30 years for that particular song, album, or whatever, that PNC3 album. Like, you know what I'm saying? I went to school in '94, came home, did that, and this, like I said, this will make 30 years. So we, you know, I think that'll be good to drop a video, re-release of the music, the whole nine, as an anniversary, you know what I'm saying, to that song, 30th anniversary.
Well, I'm going to say this. I got a dude named Goody. So if you guys come out, I'm going to pay him. We're going to shoot that video so y'all can have two versions. We're going to have the New Orleans version. We're going to have it out.
Oh, that's dope. All right, now y'all heard it here, all right?
Facts.
Y'all heard it here.
That's dope.
Facts.
On Giggity Station.
Let's get it.
Facts.
You say you're going to pay for that. Like, you know what I'm saying? All right.
Yeah.
You know, a Texas version.
There you go.
Yeah.
Pump the party.
Right.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do, bro.
That's big. That's big.
Yeah, we're going to do that.
I want to explain a little bit
that's about
what I got going on in this book. You know, so the book is an autobiography. It's not a tell-all book or nothing like that. It's autobiography. It's about, you know, my life. It's like from when I born to where I'm at today. You know what I'm saying? So I tell stories about, you know, me as a child. I tell stories on how me and Kango got together, some of the things we went through. I tell people, like, you know, some of the trying things that we had to overcome in our career that people may not have known about. I talk about the beefs, the Cash Money, the No Limits. A lot of people don't even know we had beef with P. We had issues with P. And I talk about marriage. I talk about my family, my kids, you know what I'm saying? And then I also ended, with clarity on where I'm at today and how I see things today and how I've grown from being a young man that I was back then to where I'm at now. So hopefully when people read the book, they can get some understanding on, first of all, who I am, but also some things that might be going on in their own lives that they can see how I overcame it and maybe it can help them in the long run,
All right, listen, as a fan, I want you to just tell me this one story because KangoSlim pulled a gangster act. And see, a lot of people know Master P, the world know Master P.
Right.
But the world don't know who KangoSlim is. Mm-hmm. And here, this a guy that did something that people like, I don't believe that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, all right. I kind of know where you're going at with that.
Well, let's go.
So I ain't gonna give super all the details, but I'm gonna give the main thing of it. So we did Down South Hustlers, right? Mm-hmm. With No Limit, with Master P. Actually, Master P wasn't on the song when we first did it. Mm-hmm. We went out there to do a bounce like song. KLC never made it to the area of Richmond where we was at. So they wound up producing something. And we did Kango came up with a hook for C Murder called Hustling, and I wrote a verse. So it was just Kango on the hook, me on the verse, and C Murder, I guess. But when the song came out, it was Master P, C Murder, me, Kango. It was like that, right? So anyway, P promised us a certain level of amount of money, and we was like, okay, cool. This thing started charting. Some things happened. We wound up in a club on the night that Master P was promoting something he was doing. So we're in the club. P could walk up to me and Kango. And like I said, I gave more details in the book, but I'm giving y'all like the surface of what happened. He tells something to Kango, tells something to me, and then it went left. And then once it went left, I guess he went talk to, I found out later that he went talk to Biles or somebody. Then he come back and tell us to come to his office, which was not an office, which was by the pool table. So we go by the pool table, we count out a certain amount of money, give it to Kango. And what do Kango do? Throw the money in his face. Wow. And when he threw the money in his face, I politely took the money off of him and said, you owe me And we walked off and went got us some drinks. And from that day on, until we did talk again later in life, P had a problem with partners in crime. So that's why when some people ask us, well, why y'all didn't go with No Limit?
Well, we caught up with him later on in life. He had a long time.
Oh, we got the money. Well, we wound up getting the money. We wound up getting the money in the long run, but I'm just saying, at the time it wasn't. And we was at odds. So a lot of people asked when Fiend and Mystical and them went to No Limit, damn, why Partners in Crime ain't go? It wasn't because we wasn't making hits or songs that can go that route. It was just more like we already had a problem with him because we worked with P before all them worked with P. Okay. And we had already had our little differences with him. So that was another reason why we didn't really go with No Limit. So like I said, so I break it down in the book on, some more details of how that stuff went but yeah, somebody would know that. And they be looking at Kango to chill, little laid back one night, he be chilling. Yeah, that's what you did to his time. And then you flipped out. I was surprised. I was looking like, this Kango tripping, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But at the end of the day, that's my dog, and however, even if he was wrong, he would have knew he was wrong until we got along.
That's how we did.
It would have never been in front of him, you know what I'm saying? Right. So yeah, it went that way, yeah.
So hold on, let me just let them also, the people want to know this.
Yeah, I ain't mad. Hey, talk that shit now.
Now, because you also are a part of a podcast.
Right.
One of my favorite podcasts, too.
Yeah, No Rap Cap Podcast.
Right.
Well, I host with, I'm a co-host, but the host is Gas himself. I'm a co-host, and my other brother, Jay Timer, he the other co-host. And Jay Timer said his name is Jay Timer. Not the Terminator, not the Lemonade.
So he called himself Checking Me?
He told me to let you know that, brother.
Jay Timer, you check a test. That's number one. Number two, Gas. I got something for you too. But anyway, yeah. So I noticed this too, bro, because I commented in y'all thing where you got the black mic, they got these like y'all on some Halloween stuff.
Yeah, I saw that they give me a certain mic. They both got the orange mic. Right. They give me whatever. They from the West Bank. Oh. They from the West Bank, And West Bank people do things the West Bank way.
Okay.
And I be thinking sometimes Gas be having some type of issue with, you know, the Uptown thing. But now I'm with Giggity, you know what I'm saying? And
that's what I'm talking. That's what I'm getting at.
We represent the Uptown.
That's what I'm
right
talking
now, you know
about.
what I'm saying?
Yo,
Giggity allowed me to speak and talk, you know what I'm saying?
Run it. This is your show, right? This do you, bro.
You know, so Gas, I'm letting you know, you know what I'm saying? Right now, it's an Uptown thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? And
now listen, this is what's gonna happen, right? When you go back to work, you want, like, I don't know if you drink coffee, but if they made coffee, you wouldn't have no coffee. They ain't gonna make you no cup. They ain't gonna guess.
It be like that, but like I said, overall, man, that brother. You know, what I love about Gas, bro, is that dude got drive, bro.
Facts.
You know, I haven't met another person like Kango in a long time. And what I mean by him being like Kango, meaning like he wants something just as bad as I want something. Okay. And it's hard to link up with somebody and to be on one accord and to be that dedicated and that consistent to keep doing it. Even when it's not paying the money that you want to see out of it, he still consistently come and put in the work, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's hard to run across. So when you run across a brother like that, man, you lock in with him, you build from there, you try to make the best out of it. So that's where we at with the No Rap Cap podcast, man. We just giving people raw, real life, our opinions about it. You know what I'm saying? We just trying to like make people wake up to what's real out here. You know what I'm saying? Because I think as older people, as old OGs or whatever may be the case, a lot of people taught us wrong. So we trying to correct that to some of the youth that may watch what we doing on our platform. So we try to enlighten them on, you know, a better way of thinking, a better way of living, a better way of seeing things. You know what I'm saying? Shout
out to J Timer. Shout out to Gas the Hater. And Much Love. And shout out to No Rap Cap Podcast. Yeah, that's my favorite. That's my favorite podcast. Make sure y'all subscribe to the No Rap Cap Podcast. Right. Because they be spitting some good stuff on.
You was our first. You was the first person that we was gonna interview. That we did interview.
Yeah, but say y'all got the. Why y'all didn't drop the interview yet?
Well, we didn't drop the interview because we had some discrepancies with, you know what I'm saying, the Cash Money situation. Like, they sent the word out. And it's the honest God knows truth on this. Like, you know, even though the way that came out, that wasn't never the threat of why I didn't do it. The reason why I told Gas that I didn't want to put it out was because I didn't know that you and Hot was at odds the way y'all was. I saw that you had made a statement in jail about Hot. Then I also seen you come back and I make an apology about it. And I didn't never know pretty much where y'all relationship was besides that. When we did the interview with you, the ultimate goal was to get to speak to you on how did you get released from jail, what did you do, you know, and give that to the world, like, you know what I'm saying? And when, you know, they sent a little word out on how they felt, I was like, damn, dog, I didn't know y'all was at that type of beef. I didn't know it was that serious, you know what I'm saying? So with that being the case, I'm like, I don't really jump in other people mix like that, especially when I rock with y'all mutually, like, as the same, you know, I got same respect for y'all. So I was like, nah, that's their beef. I'm not going to air that out or let nobody air it out one-sided. So I just told Gas that we was going to pump the brakes on that particular thing. But it wasn't for no fear because, you know, I'm going to let people know, bro, I have never avoided no drama I ever had in life. From Cash Money, No Limit, street niggas, whatever may be the case, I faced them all head up and whatever was to come. Because I think when it's my time, it's my time. You know what I'm saying, bro? Right. That's my faith. That's what I really believe. I don't believe I can go no time earlier, you know, than that. So when God ready to call me home, that's what it's going to be. And I can't avoid that. So I face everything head on and deal with it. It's not that I'm trying to be gangster, no G. I'm just a man. I'm just a man, bro, you know what I'm saying? And I stand on man principles. So that's what that was about. And that's why it didn't come out, because a lot of people was asking me, you know, you can't tell me when to talk about it. I feel like the person that I should be talking about it with is you, because you was the person we interviewed. So why not, like, you know, let it be known what it was about with you right here.
Yeah, it's good. I think y'all missed out on some money, but anyway.
Yeah.
I'm the people champ, man.
Right, yeah. Now, we didn't know that yet. At the time, you wasn't really the people champ. People wanted to know what was going on with you. They didn't even know you was a champ yet.
That's a fact. See, you ain't had to. You just hurt my feelings.
No, I said they didn't know that yet.
But you ain't had to remind me, bro. Yeah. You just remind me. I wasn't. You right? I was just starting out then.
Girl, you come home.
First interview, y'all was the first interview I did.
It was the first interview.
I was at work on break.
Let me tell you the bless. Yeah, and I had you in your work clothes, and you see look how you got me out here, man, and you know what I'm saying. But look at the blessing and all that. It didn't happen, right? And what did happen is you went to Vlad, and when you went to Vlad, it was the bigger platform to do the bigger things, and it was like almost like that was the way it was supposed to go to set you up for what you got going on right now, bro.
Now I'm the people champ.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So
that boy say,
real time. Hey,
wow.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, if it didn't go that way, who to say that it would have went, you'll be at
Right.
what you're doing right now. So we can't look at none of that as mistakes. We got to look at it as that's the way it was supposed to go.
Facts.
And that's where we at, bro. And I know you happy after what you done showed me today. I know you happy about how things
What I
went.
showed you, brother.
You showed me how you the people's champ. Bro. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, let the people know so that might encourage them too. Because I know I just sparked the light up on you.
You showed me the revenue. You showed me the money. Show me the money. Bro, you showed me the money. You showed me what kind of money you make doing what you're doing. Bro, I'm doing the wrong thing, bro.
Well, see, and that's like when people be saying, now you see, like, I welcome when they diss me. I don't have a problem with that.
Right.
Because I see I'm going to capitalize off it.
Right.
That's why they can't get under my skin.
Right.
Only thing be is, I got action. We got action. Let's get it. That's why, because now you do the same. You doing the same thing I'm doing. And you just gave me some game.
Right, yeah, I get another little way to...
Right, that I've been missing money.
Yeah, you be leaving money on the table. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? So that's what it's about, iron sharpening iron, you know what I'm saying? And if we do more of this, bro, more people elevate and be in the places that they need to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, Gangsta understand that whatever game he giving me ain't stopping nothing he doing. And then vice versa, that's the way I look at it. The game, what I share with him ain't
You
stopping.
just added to my revenue.
Right.
But see, when I was in jail, I didn't do the iron sharpen. I had to do the iron sharpen the concrete, get the rock. They go sharpen fast.
Shanks.
There you go.
Iron sharpen the concrete. So what
Great,
you're saying
yeah.
is that you get something that's stronger to sharpen you make you even sharper.
Yeah. But see, you gave me some game where, like I say, that's extra. Now, that extra game you just gave me, I could quit my 9 to 5.
Right.
Now, I'm going to let the people know at my job, hey, Meana gave me some game. This is why I'm leaving. So now I don't know if they're going to be mad with you or not, bro.
Hey, it is what it is, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's about freeing yourself, bro. You know what I'm saying? Allowing you the time to do the things you want to do in life. So if you can create some income to replace some income, hey, that's always been a good thing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me ask you this. I got 2 more questions I want to ask you, bro. One, because I was shocked that you guys did this. Y'all signed with Juvenile.
Okay. So the thing with Juvenile was like this, bro. I ran across, at the time I had ran across Juvenile in the club, and he was just like, hey, bro, I want to bless y'all. So I told Kango what Juvenile's kind of said. So we went linked up with him, and Juvie was trying to give us 50 grand, like, to do our own thing, because he had, just wanted to bless us with, y'all deserve to, you know what I'm saying, do what y'all need to do. So if y'all need just some little change, I'm going to give y'all about 50 grand to kind of like run with the music. Yeah, so me and Kango had talked about it, and we was more like, hey, bro, we done ran through 50 grands, like 50, that's like not really no money, like, you know what I'm saying? So where we was like, look, if we can come under your umbrella and get the exposure and maybe do one album like that with you giving us the exposure, then that'll help us, boom, pop it off, because now we'll be like to the world by coming through you, and then we'll be on our own to do the rest for ourselves. And that'll be the best alley hoop you can ever give us. Like, so Juvie was with it. And that's how we wound up doing a little album thing with Juvenile,
Okay, so have y'all ever talked or linked up with Birdman?
We talked. I just ran up on Birdman. I ain't gonna say I ran up on him, but he told me to pull up at Lag Spot, or whatever. That was Essence weekend, and I walk in there, I see Hot. And I went straight up to Hot, like, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I was sitting on the side of Hot for like maybe 2 minutes before he even noticed I was right there, like, you know what I'm saying? Then when he turned around to see me, he like gave me a hug, like, man, I was in my, I was tripping, I was in my feelings about some shit, but ultimately I ain't got no problem. Where's sis at, which is my wife? Boom, see my wife, give my wife a hug. I said, man, I need to go holler at Birdman, you know what I'm saying? Boom, he was like, he over there. But Birdman that just came, so I went over there to talk to him. Me and Bird dapped off. He held my hand and said, hey, bro, I heard, something you said about me messing up some money for y'all back in the days. I was like, man, that's water under the bridge. I said, ultimately, he said, what can I do to help you now? I said, well, what you could do is you come get on that podcast for me. He took my phone, gave me his number, and we went out, went our separate ways. I talked to Slim. You know what I'm saying? Just, me and Slim always had good rapport. And we did that, and we bailed out of that. So I did, pull up on them. For people that be thinking, like, they hear stuff in the streets and, no, you don't want to have a problem with this person. Listen, I don't have a problem with nobody, bro. I'm an older man right now, middle age, you know what I'm saying? I ain't on no type of time. Me nor my partner, my brother, at least I don't like to say partner, my brother Kango, we ain't looking for none of that dumb shit. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? We not ducking nothing as men, like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So when they say pull up, I was pulling up. I pulled up and talked to those brothers. We got past our differences and we kept it moving. And I think that's what men should do on all levels. You know what I'm saying?
So you're not gonna tell me, hold up, let me use the bathroom and go text Birdman and hide and tell him what room we in.
No, I'll never do that. I never do the cross nobody up. I do nothing like that, but I never do that.
All right, where your phone at? Matter of fact, turn all the phone, put the phone right
You're stupid.
I need to see your whole phone, and you got a two-way, what you call that little thing?
I don't got nothing. I don't got the beepers. I mean, I got one phone, bro. You got to
Go and keep your phone, bro.
All right, bro.
All right. Now don't press the button.
Nah, I'm never gonna do nothing
You
like that.
ain't got it on loudspeaker. You ain't call Birdman. You ain't pocket dialer, man.
All right,
Cause I be seeing people pocket dialing people sometimes.
Nah, listen, look.
All right, you ain't got to show that. All right, I believe I gotta watch Kango because you might get him.
Hey, bro, we all Williams, bro. Come on,
Ooh,
man. You
and we grew up
all y'all Williams. Yeah, there's a bunch of Williams in the building.
and we grew up together.
Yeah,
All right, now
there's a couple of Williams in the building right
protected
now.
by Vipers. Please stand back. So anyway, what inspired you to write this book, bro? Because like before you answer, because
You said you ain't like the picture.
yeah, that was because you showing like you look like you want to rob something on here.
I just wanted it to look.
Like you want to hit a hustle.
I just wanted it to look.
You look like on here. If I say, look, I'm gonna pay Paul to Crown to do a show, you ain't gonna show up. Just to look. Like I gotta tell you, listen, bro. Y'all gotta come. Once you show up, then I'm gonna give you the money. I'm just saying, but it's
I just wanted it to look like struggle. Like, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to look like struggle because that's what the book is about. It's about, you know, me just actually going through my struggles and coming out of it with a clear head, bro.
Man, but you know what, bro? Now I think, bro, Big Boy Records and CashMONeyRecords, them two ladies, y'all was going at it. Y'all had a mean squad, bro. Who all signed at that time to Big Boy Records?
It was Partners in Crime, Mystical, Black Menace, Juvenile. I mean, like I said, Juvenile. Black Menace, Ghetto Twins, Sporty T.
Black Menace.
I say Black Menace. Frankie the Screwdriver, Eli Ted, MVP, Silky Slim, G Slim, Tim Smooth.
Tim Smooth on it too?
Yeah.
Tim Smooth about to rock the house.
Yeah, Tim Smooth used to be helping Mystical at the time, like with
Writing
and stuff like
what
that.
What you say? You ain't got to let people
No, ain't nothing like I got. Tim deserve his props, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So Tim was one of them artists that he was real lyrical and creative, dog, and he used to give a Mike, and he wrote a lot. Like, yeah, he helped Mike a lot, you know what I'm saying? Like, in the beginning of his career.
See,
Not taking nothing from Mystical, because Mystical still was prolific with what he did, but Tim added and made it.
But hold on, we gotta let the world know this too, bro, because a lot of people don't know this. This is some history right here. Mystical once opened up for you guys.
Yeah, he was our opening act.
Wow.
We used to pay Mystical $300, as an opening act, him and Quick.
Here I go.
I remember Mystical used to come with his little clothes on a hanger.
He used to iron them.
Yeah, he used to iron them, have little clothes. He was like, man, what you doing that for, man? Like, it ain't that serious, you know what I'm saying? But that's how Mike came in the game. If anybody was to look at our video, Let the Good Times Roll, you know what I'm saying? Go check out that video about Partners in Crime. You gonna see Mystical in the video flipping, jumping, like he wasn't on yet. And you could see that we was in a certain little zone, like it was about us. So that let you know if you could just watch the video without me even saying anything like this. And it's not nothing to go against Mike. It's the facts is the facts. But I think if we don't speak on it, nobody will never know.
This is history,
nobody else
bro.
ain't gonna tell nobody, oh, yeah, I used to open for them guys, like, you know what I'm saying? And not that Mike deny it. If he's seen me, he'll be like, oh yeah, I used to open,
Cause he blew up to be a big artist.
Yeah, and he repaid the favor with us, because when he left No Limit or whatever, and was back doing this thing with Jive.
Shake It Fast.
He had to Shake It Fast. We was on tour with him. Like we was the act that we opened for him, and we
opening for him.
We opened for him, and we was we kind of hyped up for him like as well.
Wow, that's cool,
we
bro.
did both.
That's cool. That's what homies do.
I got married fucking with Mystical because the money I was making with him was enough to throw to get married. You know what I'm saying? To pay for a nice wedding. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It was a plantation. It cost some money though. Southern Oaks Plantation. That's where I got married at.
That's like a slave trade. You took us to a plantation.
That's what it was. It was called Southern Oaks Plantation, but it was beautiful. It was costly.
What's it called?
And we did
rode
that.
the wheels off the golf cart.
We had the horse and carriage. Man, I'm talking. Listen, all that's in my book, bro. I'm giving a lot of details on what happened, but I'm just letting y'all know, like, some of the stuff to look at and look for in there. Like,
bro,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna read this book. Oh, I got an autographed copy, y'all. I'm gonna read this book, bro, and then I'm gonna do some on my video on my YouTube channel. Cause if I don't like stuff in here, why is stuff so small? Come on, man. You look at these
small?
little words, man.
I have a lot of content in there, so I had to make the words. We ain't making them big ABC letters.
But you need it for the old people. You can't just
Put
be
your glasses
selfish.
on. Put your reading
I
glasses on.
don't have none.
Put your they're right there at Walgreens, bro. All that
have
money you
that
showing me you making,
Yeah, but I gotta say that money, boy.
you can get some $3 glasses.
But they got something for $1 at Walgreens, bro.
Yeah, you can get
Then they gonna give me a discount. But bro, this is a small. Man, I'm gonna be all like this here trying to read, bro.
It's a lot of content, bro.
I see that, man. You got the picture, but that's gonna really.
Yeah, I put some pictures in there so people can kind of see who is who and what was going on. I ain't had no picture of you at the time.
Yeah.
Threw you in there, pulling up on me and shit.
Oh man, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Don't put it.
See this
A-ball jacket.
A-ball, yeah. Yeah, we was dressing. We been dressing. Hold up. Like, let's get on that subject right quick since we talking.
All right, let's get it.
I be hearing you talk on your thing, talking about how shy you was, bro.
Okay.
But y'all know that 17th Wall niggas was, man, we had to be some of the best dressed in the city. Let's be honest. I was from Hollywood Grove, you know what
I'm about to say this here. Let me say this here.
Home of fashion.
Let me say this here.
I want Gas to hear this too, like. You know what
I'm gonna start from Gertown. That's where I'm from. Corey Dunn.
Oh, Corey Dunn was nice. He was dressed.
Killing him.
Yeah.
Killing them.
Now.
That's all the one person.
No. I just named because there's a bunch of out of Gertown, but I
Okay.
just was naming one that stick out like a sore thumb. Corey Dunn.
Corey Dunn was nice.
Eric Travis. Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. Maine. Jerry, Big Jerry.
Cat.
So, Cat
We all know
Daddy.
Cat Daddy.
Man, that's the fashion king. You know what I'm saying? So, I just wanted this to name a few the Hounds.
Yeah, the house first.
The
Yeah.
Cap Stand, okay? Cap Stand, baby.
That's where you come up at.
Right,
Yeah.
facts.
You know.
I grew up Pine and Island, right where Warren stole Domino's. Yeah,
where we at?
me right there.
Old Chop back there.
I like that.
Gert Chop. Shout out to Chop, man. The male Gertown Chop Tuna.
Like, we just saw him the other
Chop.
day. Like, Chop.
Old
Yeah.
Chop, boy.
The
Chop
Kango,
still
we had the
kicking,
Kango
boy.
crew.
Yeah, the Kango, right.
Now this
facts.
dude had one Kango. And when I asked this clown,
A couple.
no, he had one. When I met this dude, I said, "Man, why you call yourself KangoSlim?" Because you know I be rocking the Kangos. I only saw one.
I had a couple.
Yeah,
Dwayne Click.
The Wayne Clip.
Roderick.
Yeah.
Right, fact.
You know what I mean?
Roger,
All
yeah.
that. Yeah, John.
Penn,
Yeah,
John,
yeah.
All that.
Gator.
Yeah, Gator.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. It's some.
But I'm saying, so that's all 17.
Fresh,
You
fresh
naming it
to death.
17. Like,
I'll say I started in Gertown.
Yeah.
Now, Holly Grove. What Terry Farmberry from?
Holly Grove.
No,
No, you're from Holly Grove, bro. I lived back there with Terry.
was
Terry
originally from the
found
mid-city
He
area.
probably was, but he was in Holly Grove when I grew up back
Yeah,
there.
that's
So
right.
he claimed
Yeah,
I
he was
claimed
back
his Holly
there. All
Grove.
right, we
Terry
go
Farmberry, the white
Sweet
tank,
Pea.
Sweet Pea.
Sweet Pea out of he just got out of Fed, did 30 years.
Sweet Pea is
Yeah,
my
brother.
Sweet Pea is my own.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I just talked to him.
His daddy's son.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
grandfather.
Sweet Pea. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right. You're right.
Yeah, my
Oh.
grandfather's son.
Then you got what Wayne grew up at the Olive Branch.
Yeah, that's like
Now Dwayne,
Dwayne.
you remember?
Yeah, I remember Dwayne. Shake it deep.
Right, Dwayne known for dressing.
Yeah, he was dressing. Oh, they had a dude named Head. You remember Head back
Yeah,
then?
Jermaine, that was my boy there, man.
He was like
Got
one of the
killed.
like best. Yeah, he
Yeah,
got killed.
yeah.
So
And Larry.
yeah, Lil Larry.
Yeah,
Lil Larry was
Larry.
crucial.
Yeah.
Yeah, Troy, all his whole little crew.
Said, but you notice he still dressed the same a little
Yeah,
bit?
yeah, you know.
With animals and shit.
Yeah.
Bro. So
that was just home of fat. I'm talking about them dudes was on the set
Right.
hustling with Gucci's on this, that,
Right.
you know. So they was out there hustling. They ain't look like bum. They
Big
hustling
Ben.
on the block. Yeah, Big Ben. Come on, bro.
yeah.
Come on, bro.
I'm hip to my city of New Orleans.
Right.
Pigeon Town got Greedy Man doing it.
Yeah.
Rail.
Yeah.
Who else at Pigeon Town? Claude.
Claude and Claude.
Yeah.
Claude and Clyde, I mean, yeah.
Did you? What about Ian Town? Graveyard. Ian Town?
I don't know. Oh, you talking about Nigga Town.
What's your boy there?
I know some people back there, but like I said,
About a graveyard?
yeah, but a graveyard, yeah. But all in all, we trying to say a lot of them dudes was setting the tone for some dressing, right?
Yeah.
So that's all I be trying to let people be known, like, you know, because they be acting like, you know, you said something about the 8-ball jacket in the book and things of that nature. I was just trying to say a nigga been doing that before the era of.
I know my partner Mike robbed a guy. I don't want to say his name because I don't know if he's still living there. He might be bad. From out of Pigeon Town, out of his 8-ball jacket, and it was me, Mike, and George. We was at the parade, and Donnie and the crew and the little dude with Donnie who got a jacket jack, and he was like, "There you go right there," but we got the Mac 11s on us. So Donnie, because we was in juvenile jail with Donnie, so Donnie put up, we talking to Donnie, and we it wasn't no beef enough, we squashed that, but he didn't get his jacket back.
I got a question for you.
Talk to me.
Donnie come from out of
Prison
Town, so that's 17 Ward. And then I was always wondering how he got into Magnolia and became became had a whole little crew, Donnie Boys, the whole nine. Like I was wondering how that transpired because, you know what I'm saying, with him not being from the Magnolia, how could he actually come into Magnolia, open shop and start moving like that?
All right, now I'm gonna answer this question with the question first. Are you taking a shot? You trying to say because he's from the 17th, he came up to the third ward and took over? Is that what you saying?
I'm calling a spade a spade. I'm saying this dude is from.
I ain't know what to say. It could have been a diamond.
Listen, I'm saying
it could have been a heart.
I'm saying somebody came from another ward,
right?
Wound up coming into another area, another ward,
and just blossom
and blossom. And,
okay, well
then people even call themselves the Donnie Boys.
Right, right. Let me just say this here: Donnie, born and raised in 17 Ward, Pigeon Town, came to know you. Did his thing.
Real talk.
I'm born and raised in Gertown, 17 Ward.
Right.
Came to the know you did my thing.
Right.
Mosquito born and raised in the third ward blocks, like 4 or 5 blocks from the Magnolia. He grew up on Willow Street. Willow Jackson, Josephine, around that area.
Right.
Sterling not even from the Magnolia, so we always back there and did our thing.
Right.
But here's the thing. Stone, Killer Stone, the big homie.
Fuck with Stone.
We ran with Stone, we met with Stone. So here, it was like, with Dooney, this is how Dooney coming to know you. Dooney had an auntie that lived in the know you on Willow Street, right down from my mother.
Okay.
So when Dooney and Rail got into the beef in Pigeon Town, Dooney go to jail for a murder, for a body.
Okay.
So the people who Dooney go to jail behind got a little money, they put a hit out on Dooney. Dooney flee to the know you.
Right.
So when Dooney in the know you, he meets Sterling.
Didn't he have an old lady back there at the time too?
No, this is auntie. No.
His auntie, okay.
His baby mother, Keisha, was out of Cali project, but then she wound up moving back there. But their cousin and Rail people was moved back there too. But Dooney auntie lived back there, and he come back there because in Pigeon Town, he wouldn't. The boys, they was after him. He was made in Pigeon Town.
He was after his head, right?
Right, and they was a little older, so he did the best thing. Let me go regroup. To know you. So now, me and Dooney knew each other from juvenile jail. Then when we was in the Paris OPP together, the Paris jail, he would let me know, I'm going to know you. I'm like, all right, come on.
Right.
So when he got out, he beat me out. Sterling was out. So him and Sterling clicked up. Actually, he didn't really know Sterling. He was like, man, they was going to hit a lick. He was like, man, I ain't going, what's Sterling? I'm going to cut Sterling. I'm Sterling. He was like, oh, all right. Because he had heard Sterling was a good person. When you go on licks back then, you wasn't guaranteed to make it back.
Right.
So he knew Sterling was good people. Sterling had a good word, and him and Sterling was in the Paris together. This was like, I want to go jacking. If I go jacking, I'm going with Sterling. I know I'm going to make it back.
Right.
Sterling, good people. So them two, they used to always run down the street. They got this little black crazy boy, loud boy, be coming here asking about you, da-da-da. And Sterling, they be together. I was like, oh yeah, so that's doing it. So one day I call home. They so happened to come down. They was there. I talked to both of them on the phone.
Right.
So then when I get out, then all three of us run. Then when Mosquito got out, the 4 of us started running together.
It became the Hot Boys.
Yeah, that was that fucking game.
The Hot Boys on fire.
You mentioned Corey Dunn name, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this Kango talking behind the camera, y'all. Corey Dunn is one of the reasons why I stopped hustling. Remember me and Corey had to fight.
Yeah.
I was out there hustling, right? Me and Meana had just hooked up around this time. We trying to do music.
Right.
So Corey just sitting on the corner, I'm hustling, moving my shit, and I'm wondering, he quiet this day, right? Me not noticing, he allowing me to get rid of my shit, right? So I could get the hell from around there. So anyway, I get rid of my stuff. I come back, boom, try and re-up, boom, let me get another, whatever.
Right.
One, and nigga like, no. So I'm like, man, what's wrong with you? He like, man, you got to get from around.
That's when I pull up?
No, this the time when, were you out there when we fought?
I was out there when y'all fought. Remember,
the first time you pull up, me to pull up, right? So me and Corey out there fussing.
Yep.
Get from around here, man. Boom, 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 man. You ain't about to run me off no block, because back then I'm young. I'm thinking he trying to run me off the block. We in a mix. He whooped me down. Boom, boom, because he older than me. Whooped me down, had a little more strength than me. You know what I mean? Whooped me down, he holding me down on the ground by my neck. Boom, I jump up. I run off. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
When I run off, I get to the house, Cat pull up to the house. He said, man, you and Corey just had a fight? I said, yeah, he pull off. Boom. When he pull off, I start walking back on the other side because I know he pull off. I'm going over there to see what's going on. So Cat then pull up on Corey. Did you hear my little cousin? Them two start scrapping. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So by the time they scrap, when I get over there, him and Cat fussing because you know they was brothers. You know what I'm saying? They'll fight and still hang with each other and whoa, whoa, whoa. So they fussing, going back at it, boom, boom, boom. So when I walk up, Corey look at me and he said, look, bro, I wasn't trying to run you off no block as no man. He said, but you got a future. He said, I see you and that red dude, bro, Meana. He said, bro, y'all be rocking the crowd, doing the music, but yet still, you still won't come back here and try to sell drugs. You know what I mean? He said, what's the sense? This is our life.
Right.
Why are you trying to make it yours?
Right.
He said, man, that's why I was telling you go ahead, because you got something. He said, now, if I was a dumb nigga, a nigga that wanted you out here, I'll let you keep hustling out here, and then when it get late, you already know what's happening. It's a war zone. You know what I'm saying? He said, bro, I wasn't trying to do you that, bro. You got a future. Leave this shit alone and leave it alone, bro. And I understood it after that, because at first, I thought he was just trying to run me.
Right.
But after that, I'm looking at it like, this man real. Right. I'm out here trying to rap and I'm out here trying to hustle with these niggas. That nigga ran me off that motherfucking block, bro.
Man, y'all was blessed. Y'all made hits.
It was a blessing. It was a blessing.
Partners in crime, y'all. They made hits in this. Bro, when y'all music come on, man, the club just, man, had people going crazy in that club, bro.
Right.
And pump the party.
Party, my girl.
Yeah, 30-something years later, bro, you know what I'm saying? Still working, gigging, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here to gig right tonight, you know what I'm saying? And this has been a blessing, you know what I'm saying?
So hold on, somebody book y'all after all these years for to still perform, bro?
Yeah, we booked every weekend, bro.
Every week, no less than three
y'all
shows.
Y'all got a manager?
No less than three. We manage
ourselves.
Let me be y'all manager.
I don't need it.
I don't know, kid.
I don't need it.
Go ahead, get it in.
Bro, we family, so
we don't need you to get a cut. You gonna let me get some of this YouTube money?
You just told me an apple about
you gonna let me get some of this YouTube money?
At the arena?
Yeah. You might link back up with Birdman and them, right? And then you throw a concert and then y'all go with the move.
Let me ask you something. You think, old as I am, if I link up with Birdman, I got time to be worried about y'all, some old 30-year-old beef. I look up with Birdman, I'm trying to get on the jet. I'm trying to get a ride on.
Oh, man.
30 years ago, bro. Man, I'm trying to get a room in a mansion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get the key from Hyde. It's a lot of stuff I got to accomplish. You think I got time to be talking about, y'all gonna go point the crowd? Come on, bro.
Yeah,
now let me manage y'all now. Now we got that straight.
We're gonna think about it.
All right, y'all heard him how he said he gonna think about it. We're gonna hold him to it. He said, yeah. That's my thing about it. Yeah. It's like inclined saying, yeah. So anyway, bro, do you got any shout outs before we get out of here, bro?
No, I'll shout out to everybody that's been supporting us for the last 30 plus years. You know what I'm saying, bro? You know what I'm saying? Without y'all wouldn't be no us, you know, for anybody that's looking to get the book, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be out July 30th. That's a Sunday, you know what I'm saying? You can go to shopgraffiti.com, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be on Amazon, it's gonna be on Barnes and Noble, it's gonna be on there as well, but you know, if you get it from my site, you know what I'm saying, it's just be more beneficial to me. So it's Shop Graffiti, that's ShopGraffeetee.com, you know what I'm saying? And
or civilian books. You ain't got it in civilian bookstore?
No, not civilian. I didn't put it in civilian bookstore.
You're gonna miss out, bro. You're gonna come to my bookstore, bro. I got civilian books and you ain't dropped the book in my your loss. But anyway, y'all wanna bust a rap or perform before we go?
Nah.
What you mean nah?
I'm gonna call it how I see it, for. You put your hands up, I promise I'm gonna break your jaw. And BG, respect my mind, cause you know my kind. I'm a grown man, little daddy, I can handle mine. And baby, no, ain't no whore up in this red nigga. I'm a hound, I'm a little doggish than the average niggas. And all that ratting y'all been doing on them songs, bro. You telling people who got working where it's coming from. Now I can tell you niggas faggots from your tattoos. He got your name, you got his name, man. That shit ain't cool. You young fools getting used like some virgin pussy and baby fucking all y'all niggas, so you need to do shit. Now I'ma push it, tell you how the block got high, the Wayne. You do the news and the cops. Y'all some CB4 niggas, push y'all need to stop. Trying to clone my nigga 2 pistols to get snow props. You heard me? So that's some old shit, like, you know what I'm saying?
That's when you dissed
That's when we was, that was Donkey Kong. But that was, you had went to jail for that one.
Right.
You heard the first
I went to jail, bro, because I would have been back there in Gertown with a street sweeper.
Probably would have been.
That was too hard, bro. That was too hard, bro.
That was raw at that time.
Yeah, bro. But at that time.
And that was about the last little one, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, at the time with the beef was going on.
You
know what I'm
want
saying?
to bust something for the people, bro?
No, I'm going to say something to the people, though. Look,
come on, say something to the people. You want to get right here?
Put it right this year.
Go ahead, come on.
Stick my head in here.
Yeah, say something for the people, bro.
For me, this is a proud moment, you know what I'm saying? Knowing where my brother come from and the adversity that he had to face and the things that he had to overcome in order to be able to sit here with us once again in life when he didn't think he was going to see us again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We all go through things in life in different moments and in different phases. We don't know what he was going through when he was doing the dirt he was doing, so why should we judge him? You know what I'm saying? Right. And it's the fact, the reason why I say that is because one day they took us in the neighborhood to talk to some little brothers about murder and killing, right? And they asked us to tell these guys they need to stop the killing and things like that. One of the little brothers looked at me and said, Kango, I watched this dude shoot my brother 12 times in front of my face. He said, if somebody shot your brother 12 times in front of your face, the next time you see him, you ain't gonna think about killing him? And I had to look at the young man and say, you know what, bro? I don't know what I would do, but I would take the high road, right? And this is why I say people are wrong when they judge people, right? My son got killed 2 years ago. You hear me? I thought of everything dirty you could ever think of. When they killed my son, I had the devil on this shoulder saying, I'm going to murder everything that's out there. And I had God on this shoulder saying, don't turn yourself into that person, right? So you never know what you would do when someone steals your family member or somebody you love and you have to retaliate and come back for that, right? So you can't judge nobody off of their actions of what they have done, especially when you don't know that person, right? And I know there was a lot of judgment passed against you for whatever you did in the past. But this is where the blessing come in at. He's able to sit down with us, talk to us like men, even tell us some of the treacherous stuff that we thought about doing to each other back then.
Real talk.
And there's no harm and there's no fear. You know what I mean? Right. Because right now is the moment of solidarity where we could say, you know what? We did this, we did that. None of that shit may make sense. We glad we didn't do it. Right. You know what I mean? So I say that to you gangsters and to everybody that wants to hold a grudge against somebody from 20-something years ago. Life goes on, bro.
Right.
Everybody wants peace in life. Whatever you went through back then, you know, that was back then. But at this time in life, we all choose to live, you know? And that's why we are here today as men to do this. Love y'all. Y'all already know my 2 cents done. I'm out of here.
Message.
Big.
Why you ain't got a Kango on, bro? I just was thinking about that.
Hey, bro, my Kango next door yet.
Man, that boy.
I done graduated, get it?
All right, you better have a cowboy hat on.
I done graduated.
KangoSlim. Bring me down bad, y'all. I'm just wondering, I'm like,
With all that good talk,
bro, cowboy. He got a cow. What the world? Hey, yo, let me show y'all something, y'all. Because listen, I got to show y'all this. Because I just came from being in a cell, right? So let me show y'all where I'm at now. Y'all look at this here. Look at this. Come on, man. You see this here? See how far, look how far I'm at.
Sell to the sweet, baby.
Look at that.
Ooh, only a few made it, baby. Only a few.
Yeah, you know what? I know what y'all want to say. OG Giggity. Mr. Civilian, you clean up well. Yeah, I'm already hip. I already know that. Thank y'all for all the love support. I'm out. Wow.